And we're live.
Woody will be back in a minute, but like I just put a picture in there. This is one of those examples of like one kid's parents not like fucking being with it. So this is for the school play. We're doing Beauty and the Beast.
Oh. Yeah.
And from left to right, you've got I won't use the real names, but the girl in the gold dress is obviously Belle. She was the most popular, prettiest girl in elementary school.
Yeah.
And then one over is a less popular and pretty girl, and she's just wearing a pink dress. I don't know who the fuck she's supposed to be. On the far end is me. I am Lumiere, the candlestick, and that's my buddy there. He's Clocksworth, or what Codsworth, I think.
Yeah,
you know, he's the clock. And then there's Tigger. Inexplicably.
You know, what did they think he was supposed to be?
Like, clearly we're doing Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. And he's just got Tigger.
And this kid's parents sent her to school as Tigger. And it's like, we're doing a play. This isn't just Halloween. This is a play that we practiced for.
You know, to parents, I feel like everything that a kid likes is all combined into one thing. Like, did your guys' moms ever come in or dads ever come into your room while you're playing like PlayStation, and they'll say like, "Cut off the Nintendo." Like everything is the Nintendo.
Yeah. Quit playing Pokemons.
Yeah.
Or Pokemon.
So it's basically that. Like, Beauty and the Beast, huh? Like, here you go, and it's Tigger.
Yeah.
So
now the poor producer of that children's play. Now we got to write Tigger into the second act. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Tiger doesn't belong there.
I would love to. It sounds like an Always Sunny plot or something. Like,
which one are you, Kyle?
Baby.
What's that, Woody?
Are you in this?
Yeah. I am Lumiere, the candlestick on the end.
I could tell immediately which one you are.
Yeah, same.
Give me a second to make it right size, flip it around, etc., etc.
I don't know how to flip it, so I'm looking like this.
Yeah, I was looking kind of turned.
Yeah,
I didn't even notice how badly the Tigger costume was out of place. I thought you were going to be insulting the guy in the box with the clock. But then it's like, no, at least he's on the same page.
At least he's, if he fits the theme, and it's hard to do a clock, right? Like, I think it's pretty good. I think it's good.
Yeah, that's the best you could hope for. It's like
this is like third grade, I think.
In the tiger from Winnie the Pooh, not helpful.
Yeah, I think we're like 7 to 9 years old here, probably 8.
It's not bad.
I need to find more ridiculous photos of me as a kid to share on the show. That'd be funny.
Make the whole show just every guest shares ridiculous photos.
Just to walk down memory lane for everyone.
Yep.
Everyone accidentally showing pictures with addresses and personal information in the back.
Years ago, I was like, I think I was like 15. I took that picture of me in tidy whities flexing, and I like hadn't even hit puberty yet. I think that I should just use that as my before picture. Do the same one with the same blacked out like midsection.
Man, he got so much taller. Doing his leg lengthenings. 5 by 10. Oh, there's little you.
What is that? What is that hat?
Is it a Henry Lever Action little thing?
I have no idea what that hat is, man.
It's a hunter's hat, right? It's orange, safety orange on purpose, right?
Maybe.
You look like a skipper.
I look like Gilligan.
I was going to go with Gilligan. Yeah, you're a hunter ready Gilligan. That's it. You look good, Kyle.
Hunter. Yeah.
Yeah. Cute little fucker. Shame what.
Cute little fucker.
Turned out.
That's my fucking Gilligan hat. I've got bunches of them on here of me with that fucking Red Ryder BB gun.
Is that what that is? That looks like a shotgun next to you.
Yeah, it's a Red Ryder. Well, I'm either 3 or 4 there.
Well, I'm 3, so
it looks huge.
It's pretty
How
big.
thick that barrel is. He can't get his
I'm
fingers
2
around
feet long there. I'm 2
look at the
tall.
doorknob. Right there. It's like one of those 4chan pictures where they draw, geometry to show how short Kyle was at 3.
They should do that.
Wow. Kyle was a fucking manlet in 1992.
Yeah, that's like 1989.
Yeah, I wasn't even around yet.
I was way taller than both of you.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you won by default.
I'd have kicked your ass.
But you were armed. I wasn't, so you got that going for you.
I've only had one shot. Yeah, I was dangerous with that fucking Red Ryder. That was my favorite toy.
What was the most you ever got in trouble with it?
Oh yeah, Dad was working under the hood of the truck once, and I just shot the side window out while he was working on it for no reason. Just shot the passenger side. Huh?
You were a kid. That's the reason. Just curious.
I just complimented his gun safety. I take it back now.
Irresponsible. What kind of 3-year-old shoots recklessly like that?
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
I remember I got flipped off the back of a 4-wheeler when I was like 4 by my 2-year-old younger brother because like they just left. I was in like some seat on the back and my grandpa was going to have him sit in front of him. And like, you know how, you sit on the 4-wheeler. So like they had like one seat on the back that I was strapped into. And then my younger brother was just going to sit in his lap on the front. And he got up to like grab a drink or something. And my youngest brother, like at 2, did like his first motor movement ever and like gunned it. And I flipped off the back and hit my head and cried like a bitch about it. I was so scared. I demanded that he not be allowed to be on with me anymore. And it worked. They bought a different 4-wheeler. And it was like,
nice.
Why'd you get a separate one? We're 4 and 2. You're really planning for the future here. But they did. We had those 4-wheelers all throughout our childhood. It was great.
How big were they?
It was funny because you could see them get bigger. I don't know the CC stuff, but like you could see them get bigger as we got older. So like the initial one was very small and it was governed down with like a screw, so you couldn't go too quick. By the end, like the one that he had that we rode in the end when we were like teenagers was like for the farm work. It was like not like a Polaris with the big back part or a gator looking thing, just like a really nice Polaris 4-wheeler ATV. And that thing would go so goddamn fast because he didn't put a governor on it.
Was it 4-wheel drive, that one?
Yeah. Even the crappy little one was 4-wheel drive because it was so muddy and ways to get stuck that you had to.
You wanted it, okay?
Yeah, that was a bunch of fun.
I wanted stuff like that so bad.
Really,
I wanted so much. My parents would. It was always a non-starter. ATV, dirt bike. You call a motorcycle a dirt bike, right? I don't know what the hell do you call a motocross bike, but
dirt bike. Yeah.
I wanted one so much. I might get one. I was on Craigslist looking at them today. I was like, I could just have it.
Dude, you could build it and you could build yourself a motocross fucking course in your backyard with like some mounds to jump over. And you could start with them small, right? You could make a little 3-foot jump and like just build it up with your tractor over time.
The mechanic was telling the guy who helped me with my Beamer, like he loaded up and stuff. He was like, as soon as you want to put a motocross track in here, you let me know. We'll do it.
Dude, that would be super tempting for me. Like, I never wanted a dirt bike because my cousin got one at an early age. He was always into motorcycles and I was into ATVs, and he never wore safety gear. And once he like spilled off of it and the exhaust pipe burnt his calf really bad, like really bad. And I saw that and I was like, never am I getting on that. Like my 4-wheeler does not burn me. Like I've been thrown off ATVs, 4-wheelers, but like I survived. And I didn't get burnt. Like, I don't like getting burnt.
My friends had them, so I could borrow them and ride a little bit. But my buddy would do big jumps. And, like, they seemed huge to me. He would go the length of a motorcycle, maybe 10 lengths. Like it just seemed like a really big jump to me. But it was nothing to him. Do it all the time.
I would hit some super big jumps on my 4-wheeler because like my dad's place has all these like little hills you can jump. Like they do it to like prevent erosion, but there's just jumps everywhere, and I'd hit them faster and faster and faster and faster, and then that made me think I should do that in my truck. So then but when I was 16 or 17, like I was jumping railroad crossings. Oh my God, we get so much air off the railroad crossing. I'd hit those things going like fast, like 50 to 60 miles per hour. And we would fly. Like, it was so dangerous. We could have died so easy if that thing comes down wrong.
This is the ramp that is the railroad crossing, right? Like,
like the road's kind of flat, and then there's this big hump where the train tracks cross. And I'd hit that thing going fast as hell. Like
my
50,
Tacoma
60.
has aftermarket suspension, and I would do that with the kids in the car. Colin and I would catch air.
My F-150 did not. We went to get it realigned, and the guy was like, What'd you do? Drive this thing through the fucking Grand Canyon? What is this? I was like, yeah, it's pulling a little to the left. What? I guess so. Good God. Like, it was just way off. Like, the tires just always facing left.
Taco landed pretty soft. Like, it was nice. It felt in control. I didn't feel like I was, could have died like you described. It was just like you'd float and then it would land. I'm to exaggerate. Like, it's not like one of those Baja trucks, but
yeah.
It just landed
but
soft.
It's got some suspension. My truck did not. It was an F-150 Lightning. It was not made for that kind of shit. It was made for
that's a cool truck though.
It was a cool truck. Yeah, I liked it a lot. I drove that for several years. It was fast. It sounded good.
If people don't know, like, you might know the F-150 Raptor, which is like a specialized off-road, souped up from the factory F-150. The Lightning was that, but more of a race car F-150.
Yeah, it was slick. It was way too fast for. I shouldn't have had it. Like it was dangerous.
You were a new driver, right?
Yeah.
Also, like, I feel like there's take away whatever skill you may or may not have had. You can't give a teenager something that specializes in go fast, right? They will warp their head into thinking every car is a sports car. If you give them an actual sports car, they think they're supposed to race. At least I would have. You need to get a kid like me in a station wagon. One where
I wasn't super dumb.
It looks
I'm
dumb.
sorry.
I was.
I wasn't super dumb. I remember that like there was kids in high school that would race, and I always thought they were just idiots. Like they wanted to race on this really curvy road that I actually knew of. Like it's a 2-lane curvy road that ends in a bridge, and it's like you can't see oncoming traffic, and y'all are wanting to race your Trans Ams on this road. Like, what is to be gained by this? I don't fucking get it. I was like, we can look at the specs of these cars and determine whose car is faster. Then the only thing is just a question of who's the bigger dumbass. And the answer is you guys, because there's no fucking way I'm going down there to race on that road.
We had a road. I don't even know what it's called. We always just called it the top speed road. And it was 2 lanes, one each direction. And it was straight. You could see for a long ways. But the trouble is, like, anyone who lives on the East Coast probably has a road like this. The trees on either side are 200 feet tall. It's filled with wildlife. And that's the dice you're rolling, that you're gonna hit something. It's gonna be roadkill in a bad way.
Yeah, so. I feel you.